Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Open Source and Finance Forum. It is a great pleasure for me to be back at this incredible event. Lead research at the Linux Foundation. We create empirical insights into open source dynamics within industries like the financial services sector and across domains like AI and cloud native and edge and so on. And today I am personally incredibly excited to announce the publication of our most recent effort in partnership with FINOS. The 2025 State of Open Source in Financial Services report. It was co-authored by Tasha Allison of FINOS, Colin Eberhard of Scott Logic, Brittany Stennes, FINOS Ambassador and Open Source Program Office at Fannie Mae, myself, and my colleague Adrienne Lawson at the Linux Foundation. Generously supported by contributions of data from GitHub and insights from so many of you who participated in this study as survey takers, as well as contributing subject matter expert interviews. So it's truly a mixed methods study. And this is an important milestone for me personally, as well as for research at the Linux Foundation, research within FINOS, because I'm a former banker. I spent the better part of 10 years working in the financial services industry at RBC Royal Bank, Franklin Templeton Investments, and UBS Bank. And I understand intrinsically that this industry lives and breathes ROI. No one's here for fun and games. And unlike any other industry that we have studied at the Linux Foundation, the evidence is not nearly as significant as it is for the financial services sector on the value of open source. It's incredible. So this report is compelling. It reveals the unequivocal value of open source in so many ways. The value of influencing the technical direction of a project. The value as it relates to collaborating on standards. The value of mutualizing regulatory success, the value of attracting and retaining top technical talent. These elements come through in a significant way in this report. So I encourage you all to download it, read it, use it as a resource. Let this report help further conversations within and beyond your organization about why open source is so important to the financial services industry and to your organization. If you'd like to learn more about the report, I also invite you to join us for a deep dive. We're several of us, the co-authors, myself, Tasha, Colin, and Brittany, will be giving a lightning talk at 3:30 today, second floor, Hub 4. Please join us and we'll explore some of the findings in more detail. Next, one of the things that I've discovered in doing research is that great research creates new questions. And we don't have all the answers, but our research studies have revealed that one of the gaps in our understanding of open source value and ROI is quite specific to contribution. While the report that we published today, we know experientially about the value of open source use, about the value of open source engagement, but the value of contribution is really specific, and there is a gap. And so this study that's been generously supported by FINOS will help us uncover the value of contribution specifically, 3 types of contribution. What's the value of contributing code as an outright project contribution, intellectual property, or lines of code within an upstream project? What is that value? What's the value of employing full-time staff to maintain open source projects and manage them? Secondly, what's the value of community contributions, of coming to an event like FINOS, of speaking at an event like Open Source and Finance Forum, of contributing insights to a research study, of leading a working group? How does that translate into value? And thirdly, the value of our financial contributions, of membership dues, of sponsorships. What's the return on that investment? So in addition to survey data, we're using an economic model that Frank Nagel, who spoke yesterday, at MIT, he's our chief economist at the Linux Foundation, is building out an economic model that can help amplify survey findings with the current information that we do have. So my ask of all of you here today is to please take this survey to help us understand the value of contribution ROI through our own professional experiences. And when we publish the results, they'll be made freely available under Creative Commons. You can publish them on your website. You can share them freely. You can sell them if you want to, gate them, use them to your advantage. But it's our way of giving back to you if you give us a little bit of your time. So please scan the QR code, take the study, and help us further our collective understanding of contribution ROI, particularly within the financial services sector. So with that, I want to thank everybody here for the contributions that you have made to date, for just simply being here in this room, contributing to the vibrant atmosphere at Open Source and Finance Forum, for all the work that you do leading working groups and contributing to research and taking surveys. It's incredibly important to our shared effort and our collective values. So I look forward to engaging with you on this study, on future studies, and we'll see you later on today. Thank you so much.
So much, Hilary. For us, as we joined the Linux Foundation in 2020, being able to run research to really drive what we do at FINOS has been a game changer. So I want to thank Hilary, and you heard yesterday from Frank and Tasha. We continue to sort of build also year-on-year trends. And so I wanted to call out a couple of trends that I find interesting from the report. You know, I'm not going to go into the details. Check out the report. You know, some of the trends are pretty stable in terms of sort of the high-level value of open source. You know, about 90% of the industry considers open source valuable for the industry. But I found it quite interesting to say that to look at, again, the angle of the ROI of contribution versus consumption. One of the top findings is that, you know, obviously there's quite a bit of an understanding that open source delivers cost savings. But I would argue this is an underestimation. I think if we look even at some of the projects that we have announced yesterday, $1 million in open source usage in terms of saving is, you know, for the companies in this room, it's probably an underestimation. And as we discussed, and I hopefully you guys are gonna come away, go away with today, there's much more than just the cost savings. That being said, as folks look at contribution, it is still, I would say, hard to measure, or it's still not clear in certain circles. I think it's pretty clear here, and hopefully you'll get a lot of ideas later today. But what is the ROI of contribution? And I think we talked yesterday, for those of you who were there, quite a bit around not only the value of engaging strategically sort of in projects, but the value of potentially investing in commercial open source. So I really consider this a kind of a starting point. Look at the research, but what we're building here today as we rolled out our new vision and a new mission is really the next level of ROI.